Hello, welcome to I Found Your Pencil. Now that I've talked about some stories from my adolescence, my teenage years, I thought it would be interesting to tell you guys about a story from my early childhood. When I was a little kid, I had a number of favorite films. One of my favorite movies was Steven Spielberg's Hook, Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman. I absolutely loved Hook. I don't know what it was about that film, but when I was a kid, that movie just sunk its claws into me, and every single scene just felt completely magical. A lot of the sets were really elaborate, and just the costumes and the way the characters behaved. It just totally wrapped me up, and as a little kid, I remember just absolutely adoring that film for so many different reasons. And as an adult, I look back on the content of that film and I kind of reflect, and I think I really adore it for a whole host of reasons that I don't even, I think, consciously appreciate. I think probably the most striking example is that the main character, Robin Williams, he's kind of going through this rocky marriage, and he's kind of, he's struggling with alcoholism in some capacity. And I think about as a child, I think some of those themes were reflected in my own household, and I think that on some level, I think that hit me as a kid, and I kind of could appreciate, wow, my family, my home isn't the only one that kind of deals with these problems. But by and large, I think the pleasantness of the film is what wrapped me up. I mean, the music took me away, and just the acting and the performances and the dialogue and the kids. And one of my favorite characters in the movie was played by Julia Roberts. It was Tinkerbell. And as a young boy, I think I had a crush on Julia Roberts, because after seeing that movie, I would come home from school, I'd watch the film, and my father had a Windows 98 computer at home. This ancient, monolith of slow computing. And I remember being a little kid and writing short stories about fairies, because I was just so obsessed with Julia Roberts. I would write stories and stories and stories about fairies and their adventures and those kinds of things. And I don't particularly think of Julia Roberts as my favorite actress, but as a little kid, I was just totally enchanted with her. And I think that if I ever had a career in writing or screenwriting, I think I'd probably owe a lot of it to her and her performance in that film.